What's up, brother?
Man, how you doing, man? Dude, what's going on with you, man? I love following you and your career, and you've had a great career. I've seen you at Comic-Con in New York.
Yeah.
You enjoy this. I mean, I just heard you say meeting the people. But what's next for you? Like, what are you working on?
Wow. Well, we're going to get to this weekend. We got a lot of things planned with Rain this weekend. We're going to represent here at the Arnold Classic. The Arnold Classic, this is the 25th anniversary, I believe. So every 5 years, they started last year where they bring back a lot of the champions from past years. And earlier in my career, I was fortunate enough to actually become one of those guys that are being honored a little bit later in a special ceremony within the show. So at the Arnold Classic weekend this year, they're bringing all the past competitors that have won this title competition back to stand on stage to have a moment with Arnold and be presented an award. So that is the next thing that we're going to accomplish this weekend. And then beyond that, well, we got the documentary that we're releasing that we're right now settling some of the things behind the scenes that allow it to continue to go forward with being released. It's called Kai. Really excited about being able to do it. It took us about the better part of the last 3 years to kind of get it together. COVID had a very big influence on some of the obstacles and challenges with getting it done. But we're very, very excited to have finished it. We've got some really great reviews. I'm in the process of continuing to promote that. And I'm very, very excited about continuing to see that forward. Its promotion and advertising.
You've aged great. You still look like you can compete, you know? But when you were competing at the prime, what was your breakfast like? What was like? How much protein were you eating a day?
It depends. It varies. I think your goals will strongly shape and influence what natural steps you make in the course of your day. But in the earlier portion of my career, I was concerned with trying to put on more size, more muscle. And as a result, man, I had to eat like a machine. In the midpoint of my career, I was concerned with staying detailed and still maintaining as much lean body mass as possible to compete very well against other athletes that were in my sport. So again, I had to eat like a machine. And then now at the other part of my life, and certainly though I'm not retired, but certainly at another time in my career, closer to the later than I was 20 years ago, I still find myself having to eat like a machine. And when I say that, I mean to say that you eat methodically. A certain amount of protein, a certain amount of fats, a certain amount of complex carbs, simple carbs, and certainly less today than I had to do maybe 20 years ago. But it still is a target that has to be aimed for. So it's continual work that has to be done, and the numbers can vary. I can do anywhere between 6,000 calories in a day, and sometimes come down to maybe 2,500, depending on where we are in the process of preparation. So it just depends.
Testosterone. It's a hot topic right now on social media. Is testosterone, just educate me, is testosterone considered a steroid, or is it just like a supplement these days?
Yes, it is.
It's a steroid or a supplement?
Well, if you're buying a PED, performance enhancement, or if you're buying testosterone for natural hormone, male replacement therapy, male hormone replacement therapy, there's a number of issues. There's a lot of reasons why people would possibly use those kinds of things. And with that said, it is to my knowledge, yes. But there are plenty of supplements that are designed to boost your own natural testosterone production. So, and usually when that is your goal, that's something that you're very clear about. And with that, you're able to take steps that are also as clear with solving that in.
I'm not saying you, I'm just saying in general. In gym, you've been around in a lot of gyms, the gym culture for a long time. How does someone know if they're getting the right testosterone or steroids, and it's become more common. It's not a judgmental thing because it's just people use it. So how do you know if you're getting good stuff?
Well, you know what? One of the things that's really interesting to me is a lot of times when you're being interviewed as a person of note, and there's a lot of people that are tuning in, and not everybody that's tuning in is actually the appropriate profile to get all these intricate questions answered and the ins and outs revealed. So what I will say is that, one, being responsible for the use of my platform, that I believe in unenhanced athletic performance. I believe there's a lot of children, there's a lot of people that are getting involved in the sport newly, and any number of different sports where, their physical capability is being challenged and measured, and with that, it's important to be able to find out what you can do and to be willing to go as far as you can and beyond that, from an unenhanced perspective, being natural.
Yeah.
I competed for more than 15 years as an unenhanced natural athlete. I'm very, very, very proud of that. All the athletes that are should, cry loud and spare not. With that said, though, if there was someone that was thinking about, hey man, I have asthma and I need to take some kind of testosterone, or what I would say is, hey man, there's a physician for that. And if you have questions like that, you need to go to your physician who is a certified authority in that and would be able to help you great.
Last question.
Yes, sir.
We see a lot of celebrities. Obviously, they're preparing for movie roles. They look great. They look big. Now, you're not in their cabinet and know what they're doing. But what do you think? And allegedly, what do you think these guys are taking to look so good for these movie roles?
I think you have people that are really, really committed to developing themselves as the character. And I've heard stories of how an actor can be so committed to the development of their skill set that they can literally lose themselves in the role, in the character that they're playing. I think if that's said, man, in truth, that is an expression of somebody that really, really wants it and is really committed to their craft beyond what a lot of people would say is normal. With that said, man, you're asking me what are they doing? I think you're talking about a person that's just really, really, really committed to discovering their greatness, and because of that, they're willing to go beyond where the average person is willing to go to make that happen.
I love it, my friend. You're a legend. Thank you so much, man. Good to see you, man.
Likewise. I appreciate the opportunity.